no, like, I want to go to med tech. Like, I don't want to go to Lenape. I don't want to give it a year. Like, this and that. But because it was a compromise, I was like, okay. But I didn't, it turned out to be true. I didn't really fit in well with Lenape, and I ended up transferring out. And now I'm going D2 and making a name for myself. So I feel like it kind of works because in your gut, you know what path you want to choose. You know kind of what direction it's leading you, kind of like where the universe is pulling you towards. But sometimes, like, your heart or your mind will, like, kind of distract you, like.
The 724 series started as a tribute to my late grandmother who passed away in January of 2020. It's about establishing a legacy, and that's what we want to do. So that being said, man, let's build. Jada and I have a unique relationship. She loves basketball, and that's kind of what probably connected us.
It was funny. I was just watching a guy's game on YouTube. I was like, how is this guy missing layups? And it's just layup.
She has a love and a passion for the game that's undeniable and is unmatched. You know it when you step into the room with her.
Coach, I was watching, what is it, health? In class today, instead of doing work, I ended up cooking our round 2 game. I was looking at it, the amount of, like, pure rage that I was just sitting there, I had to turn it off, I couldn't even finish it.
We had a wonderful, successful season at MedTech. My MedTech girls varsity team made it to the second round of the playoffs where we lost a close game to Haddonfield, a tough Haddonfield team. But from an experience standpoint and a growth standpoint, from where we were when we first started to where we are in 2023, man, it's like night and day. When I first took over the program, I think in 2019, our first year we won four games. We were 4-20, and to fast forward 3 seasons later and flip it all the way around to we won 22 games and only lost 7. It's just a tribute and a testimony to the grit and the work ethic of all the girls on our team. Ms. Jada Jacobs was a huge part of everything that we've been able to accomplish as a program. She came over from Lenape as a sophomore, had to sit her sophomore year because we didn't play basketball due to COVID. And then kind of had to learn on the fly. Junior year, scored like 450 points, then came back her senior year and just went on a tear. Scored over 600 points this year, got her 1,000. Led the team in every statistical category, points, rebounds, assists, averaged 21 points, 10 rebounds. She was a huge part of our success this year. Not just from a stat standpoint, but a culture standpoint.
Looking back on it, I don't feel as bad. Could we have won the game? Should we have won the game? Absolutely. But the season just kind of went the way it was supposed to go. You know what I mean?
Right. Honestly, though, I'm the opposite of that. When the day before the game, we were doing practice, I felt like a sudden calm in me. It wasn't like I didn't feel like we were messing up in practice. We were doing something else, or something was wrong. I just felt like this is the end. Like this is the last practice. This is last time we're gonna take. And so when I hit the game, when the game ended, that's why I was upset, but I wasn't crying, sobbing. Cause I already kind of processed it.
Had nothing to hang your heads about. You leave here having the most wins in school history, getting the furthest any team in school history has gotten, and you played the hearts out. That's all you can ask for.
All right, that's all you can ask for. I would go to war with you guys any day. All right, any day, any day. Um, Kate, thank you. All right, thank you for your contribution to the program. Um, it's been a wonderful 4 years. Sorry, I can't get it for you. Fantastic, man. Fantastic.
She came to me in 8th grade. She walked into our AAU tryouts, and I knew from the moment that I saw her, she was a special player. She actually played up with us for the time that she was with us, but just an exceptional athlete. This is a kid that probably could have played any sport that she wanted to, but she loves basketball. There's nothing physically that she can't do on the
I
court.
would never watch the game again. I watched it the night after, but I would never watch it again.
I haven't watched it yet.
Like I said, we should have won, but it was kind of like the things that bit us that night was the things that bit us all season.
It's kind of like the gift and the curse, because when you're in the season, you don't really get an opportunity to enjoy what's happening.
Because we were 10-13 the year before. 10-13, we lost in the playoffs. Yeah, we lost in the playoffs. Leaving Manchester after losing by 40. Right? That was crazy. And then having to wait all season. We doubled our win total.
Right.
We reduced our losses by half. We had 22 wins. I've been a player, I've been a coach on other staffs. I've never been a part of a 21 season. We won 22 games. Like, that's crazy.
Right.
We never lost 2 games in a row. Which that was crazy. Like, we never, that's how resilient you guys were as a group. Like,
Throughout her tenure with MedTech, I coached her hard. She probably got sick of me. I know she got sick of me. We've had that conversation. But to see how much she's grown and to see the preparation that she's put in, I know now that she's leaving this program, she's ready to play college basketball. There's no doubt in my mind. And thankfully, she was able to get a Division II athletic scholarship at Georgian Court, where she'll continue her basketball career.
Is it just an unnecessary dribble, or is it like the timing?
It's just the purpose of the dribble. You can dribble, but you know every time you dribble,
Defense is supposed
that allows the defense to close out.
Looking back to junior year, it felt more like I didn't even like realize that we lost that much. Like I knew there were games that we should have won on that, and I knew that like we were still really nil. But I didn't even like keep like how many games we lost, and that's why it's weird because like this year like okay like we won and we did all that, but at the same time I'm also like that's what we were expected to do. Like it didn't feel like some like grand step. Like I felt like that's what we could have done and that's what we should have been doing.
So that's the unfortunate part of winning. That's the unfortunate part of expectations, right? You don't really get to enjoy the ride.
Right.
Like that's what I was thinking about after the season. Like we really didn't get a chance to enjoy the ride. But to our credit, that's how locked in we were. We weren't satisfied with just winning a couple games. We were like, we chasing something. So like when you look back, right now in this moment, this year, it doesn't feel like it's going to feel. But later on, when you become older, you become an adult, and you look at your experience, and you look back on your high school experience, you're gonna be like, man, we were really good.
Yeah.
We were really good. Yeah, we left something on the table, but that's when you're gonna look back and be like, I remember this, I remember that, I remember we had turmoil, we was attacking coach in practice, and I remember when we went to Rutgers and had fun. Like it's all those little things. The games you probably not even gonna remember. I barely remember any games.
I don't know.
I barely remember any games, but I do remember in practice we cracking jokes, talking about people and all that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
that's the stuff you're gonna remember.
Yeah.
And we'll always train, I'll always be a coach, but I don't have the responsibility of being coach. I could just be a fan.
I had to do that.
Now I get an opportunity to really just sit back and enjoy your game.